and a telescopic scoop.
Right.
Those are more indicative for that. But once again, like I mentioned at the last meeting, once you start reclaiming or reestablishing these ditch lines and keeping them clean out, they become permanent retention areas in regards to that. And not having a integrated drainage system connected by pipes throughout the city to some natural or trunk line drainage area, we don't currently have that. Whenever the forefathers developed the drainage system here, it was a hodgepodge of detention ponds, catch basins, things of that nature that did not always connect succinctly. So we do have a need to keep some of those ditches because we don't have connected piping systems to those main trunk lines where those drainage systems tap into. So that's one of the things that me and Jacob have talked about, of developing a stormwater master plan where all that is interconnected, similar to what we're doing on the water and wastewater master plan. But that does take a lot of effort and time to develop one of those, to do all the elevations, look at all the aspects of connectivity of those systems to one to another to determine how we're going to deal with water flow in regards to that. But to answer your question in short, Jacob has that on the radar screen. We will start addressing that probably with backhoes and those types of pieces of equipment. Those are the most easiest methods, so we can address those at the residential area.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for the use of the spider, it's been over the last couple of months. It's been used over between Ward Street. It's basically right now it's being used over on Walker Street.
Yeah, so
they working over on Walker, but they've been working between Walker and Highway 32. All the ditches between there.
Right.
So it is being used, and it's just a matter of time, consuming time. Right.
And we have 3 individuals who have been trained on the Minzy Mucker spider. So.
Well, I just understood some of them was afraid to fool with it.
Well, it is a pretty extensive piece of equipment. Trust me, you don't want me on it. I mean,
Okay. A couple of things that I have for everybody. First of all, I want to thank all who had a hand in this weekend's children's art show. I would think it was a very good cooperative effort between the Wiregrass Artists Guild folks and the City of Douglas. Thanks to all the Recreation Department staff for what all they did in putting that show on. I attended over there and went by and saw some folks. Thought it was well attended and a huge success. It was well received by the community. A lot of children got to do a lot of good things with that, so I appreciate that. It was a very nice event. Want to add my congratulations to the CCA Lady Patriots basketball team for making it to the Final Four this year in their basketball tournament. Landy, you tell me if I'm wrong. I saw where our 11 and 12-year-old boys won the district.
They won the district.
Won the district.
I don't want to talk about that state.
Okay. And I saw where they won the district, so they'll be going to the state.
Went to state this weekend.
I went to state this. Wasn't good. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. We still won the district.
That's right.
And they're there to be congratulated for that. Yeah, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. Also, just in our community as well, South Georgia State College girls swimming team won 3rd at the Nationals swimming finals up in New York, so congratulations to them as well. Chief, I want to make sure I got this right. Anyone that's interested in the Neighborhood Improvement Program, Neighborhood Watch Program, if you'd like to get some information on that or get some folks together and do some stuff in your neighborhood to help prevent crime and do some stuff, please contact the police department and let them know so they can go and help you do that. Please also continue with us to help keep crime down with our See Something, Say Something campaign. 260-3600 is our anonymous tip line, so please take advantage of that. as discussed in the work session and other items, we're working really hard to try to keep our quality of life in our city clean. So please clean up around your own areas and keep your place clean and neat, free of litter and debris, and you won't have to see our code enforcement folks come by. And then also, as Ms. Georgia mentioned, we do have a junk-free drop-off weekend coming up March the 21st. So if you have items that would need to be placed in that over at Bryant Circle, please take advantage of that. Don't we have an April time frame too, that we have a big whole week that's coming up in April?
It is, it's the third.
Just to give everybody a heads up, kind of the third week in April, so that's where we really encourage people to come and bring their stuff that they can get rid of.
It's Great American Cleanup, where we solicit and Spring Free Junk Free Week. That's where we actually solicit volunteers to come pick
and
up
help.
litter throughout the whole city.
Okay, so just be on the listen out for that, because we really work real hard to try to keep our city clean and neat as best we can. It's very hard, but please help us with that. Also want to add my congratulations to Ms. Jacobs, past Ms. Spate and several others for their recognition the other night at the Bethel Family Worship Center. Great event, and well-deserved the recognition they got. I add my thanks to all the hard work and for our city employees and our department heads for the work they do for our city. Their hard work and dedicated service to our city is very much appreciated by myself and all of us that sit up here. So again, thank you for that. Continue to work hard, and let's continue to move our city in the right direction. I do think we have an executive session that we need to discuss some
Potential
litigation items. I do want to do have my buddy over here standing. I've almost forgot, Mr. Neesmith, I'm sorry. Mr. Neesmith called me yesterday. We discussed, and he's got a thought that he wants to bring forward. And I think it's a good idea if we can put something together, a committee, or get some community input. But a lot of cities have something associated with their name, and he saw some stuff this weekend. He just wants to make a comment about that, and I will finish up that. We'll see how we can do that.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Mayor, Commissioners, everybody that's in the audience. I've been here in Douglas now for 18 years, and I have seen a lot of growth. We have had some shortfalls, but the good is outweighing the bad. We're moving forward. We started the campaign, see something, say something. I think it's working, although, we still got a lot of work to do. But I do see the city growing, and I would love to have a title, a label, a slogan, whatever it is behind the city of Douglas. Something such as City of Prosperity, City of Growth, City of Excellency. Something to tell people what we're doing here. Because, like I said, I called the mayor as I traveled to Alabama this weekend. I noticed a lot of other towns had something. We got Douglas. So let's give us, when people see Douglas, let's give them something to look forward to coming to. Let's say, okay, this place is growing. This place is doing something. We are uniting. We're going to have our ups and downs, but overall, we are united. So that's my idea. I mean, I'm really glad to be living here. I know I probably have said and done some things everybody didn't agree with, but as long as we're moving forward, it's going to take that. So I would like to commission to maybe go in discussion one day, executive session, and just talk about it. I would like to see maybe a challenge at the high school to somebody to come up with a title, something to really put a ring behind the city of Douglas. But that's all I have to say, and this is a wonderful place to live. It really, really is a wonderful place to live. So thank you so much, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. And like I said, we'll figure out a way to try to do some of that. We'll talk amongst ourselves, and I'll get some other folks involved in it, because I think it's a good idea too that you can have your city with your label and your mark, and that people can recognize you by. And I think it's a good idea. So we'll see what we can come up with.
Thank you, Mayor.
Appreciate the thought.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you. But we did at a previous retreat come up?
Well, we came up with a vision, and
And a
we did the
mission.
vision, which was this Douglas, the City of Excellence.
Excellent, right.
And Mr. Neesmith, he's been kind of helping research a little bit. He said, well, I saw there's about 200 already cities of excellence. And that's okay, we can still do that, but, you know, do we want something to try to be unique, you know, like, you know, and I don't want to throw anything out, but anyway, yes, George.
We got,
We have a whole list from a campaign that we ran
Okay.
just like a year ago, where we polled the communities to ask them for slogans and suggestions.
Right,
Even when we were coming up for things for the sign. So if you all would like for me to share that information with you again, you go through the list and pick.
Yeah, we can put some out and just, I'd like to get some.
I'd rather do that than launch a campaign.
Okay, well, I'll be glad to let's take a look at it and see if, you know, if it's something that we think we can put our name on. You know, yeah, what comes to mind is Alamo. You know, when you think of Alamo, what do you think of? Blueberry capital. So, you know,
Right.
so you think of Sylvester or Cordele, one of them's watermelon, one of them's peanut, and, you know, and I'm not saying that's what we need to do, you know, but just
Yeah,
something that
some-
when
yeah.
you think of Douglas, what, you know, but
Yeah.
just, I think it's a good idea
Good
that we try to
idea,
come up with
right.
something. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay, this time I'll entertain a motion to adjourn to executive session.
So moved.
second.
Commissioner Pearson made the motion, Commissioner Anderson second motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We're adjourned to executive session. Thank you, everybody.